Hi, folks. Today, I want to talk about the short story from Star Wars Tales number 19 called Storyteller. Someone requested that I do this after I did my rewatches. I'm doing I don't know what I'm going to call this right now. Maybe just Star Wars Storyteller. Because I want to talk about it on its own. I never reviewed it in Matt's Expanded Universe, and I'll explain why in a minute. And I didn't want to do this for a reread, even though I did reread it for the first time since that issue, or when I got the trade paperback actually for Star Wars Tales came out. It's about these group of aliens that are being oppressed by this other alien race, and these two, I believe they're boys or kids, children, escape the pens during, during their enslavement, and they hear their den mother has told stories. She's seen a vision of a storyteller in a cave that they must go see, and so they find the cave that their den mother told them about. And the storyteller ends up being a badly damaged C-3PO. He has no legs, no arms, and he's missing half his face. And I realize the reason they did this is because, you can see the prequel look, the episode one look on him with all the gears and everything, and then the regular look that you see on him with the plated face. And so he tells them the story of Luke, Han, and Leia and the Empire and the Rebellion. And what I do love about this, there's a beautiful scene where the boys are just listening in the cave and they see themselves, their faces on Luke, Han, Leia, all that stuff. Like it's from their alien race's point of view, which would make sense. They would hear things from, everyone looks like me. And then afterwards, one of the enemy aliens blasts C-3PO's head off, and they don't get to hear any more stories. One of the boys hides, the other boy gets killed because he says, I'm the only one here, so they kill him, and to quell any rebellion. But it looks like underneath the wreckage, the busted wreckage of C-3PO now, is a lightsaber. And so the other alien ignites it and goes, now there is hope, like maybe he's going to be just like Luke Skywalker and free his people. And it says, and so it begins, or whatnot. Now, this is meant to be a tale here, and as story goes, it's okay. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it in the comments. The first time I read this, it was Star Wars Tales. I hate Star Wars Tales. And I thought that's garbage. Now, back when things were coming out, and the forums were still around back then, so I can't show the quotes. I don't have the exact quote, but I remember every time a Tales issue came out, people were badgering Leland Chee, what is canon, what is not canon. He'd put some things in the canon spot. He'd put a lot of things in non-canon. And then some things he'd put a pin marker in. And this one, he said, actually, I remember because like I said, when I got these trade paperbacks, George Lucas still owned Star Wars. So I went on the forums to see Star Wars Tales 19, what they were talking about it. And of course, everyone was mentioning Storyteller. When does it take place? What time in the future? When is it? And so I don't think Crucible is out back then. So they're asking, is this, after New Jedi Order? What is it before? What happened to him? And so Leland Chee goes, hey guys, that one, as far as I know, non-canon is what he said. In so many words, that's what he said. So I was like, okay, wrote it off. I wrote it off. But now reading it again, I realized why he said that. Why he said that was because he knew that if he said that's canon, and then later on, let's say C-3PO just suddenly blows to bits and never comes back again. Well, then he's going to have a hard time explaining what happened here, right, in the future or whenever. So he did that just to kind of put it off for now. Kind of like they said that I can't remember the name of the tale right now, but Visions, I'm just thinking about this right now, but where Obi-Wan is Visionaries, I think. Obi-Wan fights Darth Maul was told non-canon. It said that's non-canon. Darth Maul never lived. Half of his body's mechanical. Of course, Clone Wars changed that and made him come back alive looking just like that. So for me, that short story in the comic book is a great ending of Darth Maul and Obi-Wan fighting, years later on Tatooine. So why can't you place this one in here? That's fine. You can. Would I? I don't know. I don't know if I like that to be the very last story I want to read. I don't think anything's nice about it. It's okay. It's somewhat inspiring, but I don't think it's a good ending to the series as a whole. I like the series from Legacy too. I like the ending there a lot better. But I'm not going to begrudge anyone who says, well, Matt, what if it took place before Legacy, which it probably did? And, would you still accept it? I mean, it's fine if you want to put it in there. It's fine. It doesn't disrupt continuity right now. So surely it can take place. And if it happened, before Legacy, I'm fine with that too. I don't really care either way. Do I consider it canon? I mean, why not? But I'm not exuberant about it. Okay. And the first time, like I said, the first time I read it, when I heard Leland, she said that, I was like, okay, non-canon, wrote it out, which is why it wasn't in Matt's expanded universe. I had no plans, and it was very hard to go through Tales because with the website gone, I couldn't remember what was and what wasn't. So I was basically being judge, jury, and executioner for those Tales a lot of the times. But that one I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that one. There's a few of them I remember. No, that's not canon. Leland, she said that wasn't canon. But the other ones, a lot of them I didn't remember. So I think that's the reason why. Yes, if you want to put it in there, that's fine. Is it the best ending? I don't think so. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. The other question I had when I was reading it for a second time here is, how did his batteries stay charged that entire time? Okay, it must not have been that long ago. Like, maybe it is the end of C3PO before Legacy, maybe 100 years after we heard from Crucible, or maybe even 50. We don't know. That's the beauty of it. But how long can he go without a charge? I mean, yeah, he was switched off. They had to switch him back on. But even then, would he go back? I don't know. And then he resets to, like, he starts speaking like Empire Strikes Back stuff. Like, Master Luke, oh no, it's a trap or whatever. I get it, because that's the last time he got switched off. It seems like he goes to that spot there, but he should go for the last thing he remembered. Either way, I mean, maybe it was a trap for Luke. Who knows? Another trap or whatnot, or whatever he said. I can't remember. It sounded like it was Empire Strikes Back, but maybe it could be anything. Either way, though, I mean, the story isn't bad. If you want to get it, it's in the trade paperback of 5, which is what I have. I stopped collecting Star Wars Tales long before that issue came out. I only got those after the fact because I felt like I had to get everything. But I mean, it's okay. But those are my thoughts about it. So now, sure, you can fit it in the canon. Me personally, I think it'd have to go before Legacy. I don't know, but let me know your thoughts about it, and I'll see you next time.